My head is throbbing with a sinus infection. My wrist is screaming in a brace, and my main project, the one I've poured months into, is sitting untouched in the corner. Most people would call this a lost week. I call it a masterclass in creative survival. There is a specific kind of silence that happens when you're an artist and your body betrays you. It's not a peaceful silence. It's heavy. It's the sound of a sinus infection throbbing behind your eyes like a second heartbeat, and the sharp, hot reminder in your wrist that says, "Not today." I spent this week in that silence. I looked at my main project, the one that holds my heart, my ambition, and my deadlines, and for the first time I couldn't reach it. The gap between my vision and my physical ability felt like a canyon. Most people would tell you to rest, and they're right. You have to heal. But there is a difference between resting the body and surrendering the soul to resistance. Steven Pressfield famously wrote that the more important a call or action is to our soul's evolution, the more resistance we will feel towards pursuing it. This week, resistance didn't come as a procrastination or a shiny distraction. It came as a fever and a bandage. It whispered, "You're sick. You're hurt. Just stop. The world doesn't need your art today." But Pressfield also taught me the definition of a professional. The amateur paints when inspired. The professional paints whether they feel like it or not, because the work is a practice, not a mood. I realized that if I stopped completely, I wasn't just resting my wrist. I was letting the muscle of my discipline atrophy. I had to sign the contract Pressfield talks about, the one where you agree to suffer, to feel empty, and to push through the peanut with your nose across a very dirty floor just to keep the light on. So I couldn't do the big work, I couldn't handle the heavy lifting of my main project. But I remembered something Rick Rubin said about the source. He views creativity as a universal language that connects us to something greater, a stream that is always flowing, regardless of our physical state. If I couldn't swim in the deep end of the river, I would sit by the bank and skip stones. I pivoted. I picked up a pencil, adjusted my grip and accommodate the injury, and I just sketched. I filmed it, no pressure, no grand narrative, just the raw, shaky movement of a hand that refused to stay still. Rubin teaches us that true art starts by not knowing. By letting go of the main project, I found a strange meditative freedom in the secondary one. These YouTube sketches weren't a distraction, they were my survival kit. There's a specific kind of grit I kept thinking about this week, something mirrored in the design of Cammy from Street Fighter. She is the personification of the mission above all else. Her gameplay isn't about brute force, it's about high speed, precision, and finding the narrowest window of opportunity to strike. When I was sitting there, head pounding and wrist bound in a brace, I felt like I was playing a match on a sliver of health, stuck in the corner. But Cammy's philosophy is that no matter how much damage you've taken, you stay locked on target. I couldn't launch to a full-scale offensive on my main project, so I adopted her tactical flexibility. I pivoted to these sketches with a cannon spike intensity, quick, sharp, and focused. I realized that being an artist isn't about being invincible, it's about having that delta red discipline to execute the mission with whatever strength you have left in the tank. This felt like a transcendentalist moment. Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote, "Whoso would be a man must be a nonconformist." I had to refuse to conform even to my own illness. I looked at the sketches, the messy lines, the imperfections caused by my wrist, and I saw what Thoreau meant when he urged us to live deliberately. To work injured is to acknowledge that the artist is not just a body, but a spirit. Nature, including my own immune system, was having its way with me, but my inner light was still flickering. I chose to lean into that unseen field Rubin talks about. I chose to believe that even a shaky sketch is a victory over the void. My main project is still there. It's waiting for me in the corner of the room, patient and silent. I'm not abandoning it. I'm gathering the strength to return to it. If you're struggling right now, if you're sick, if you're hurt, if you're heartbroken, don't let the fire go out. You don't have to build a cathedral today. Just carve a single stone. pivot, sketch, keep the camera rolling. Because the work isn't just about the finished masterpiece. The work is about the person you become by refusing to stop. I'm still here, I'm still creating, and soon I'll be back to the big things. For now, the sketch is enough. Alright, and if you're still here, don't forget to click that subscribe button, like, comment, all that fun stuff. Really appreciate you guys sticking around. Thank you for all the love and support I'm getting through this channel recently. It means a lot, especially being such a small channel. Going off script here, I'm still kind of injured, but yeah, I will eventually be getting back to my Webtoon project. I'm creating a Webtoon traditionally drawn on paper, and then I'm doing this digital watercolor style in Clip Studio Paint, and that's what I'm working on now. I'm on the colors, so eventually I will be releasing the first part. But if you want to check out the mangas that I've already done and released, you can check the description. I should have a link down there to my Manga Creator Plus, and I have 2 mangas up there. So thank you all again, and I'll see you all next time.